Two families are heartbroken tonight. They're young teenagers becoming victims of gun violence in South St. Pete. A 15-year-old shot and killed on Friday, and a 16-year-old still in the hospital right now after someone shot him in the head early this morning. ABC Action News reporter Kara Mashik live in Clearwater with the efforts to turn the tide on all that violence out there. Kara?
You know, we know that a lot of kids who end up victims of a deadly crime or those who pull the trigger have had a history of less serious crimes, misdemeanors, things of that nature, and they end up right here in the Juvenile Justice Center. Well, now a whole group of law enforcement from all over Pinellas County teaming up to crack down on some of those habitual offenders with this program called the Habitual Offender Monitoring Enforcement. They're going to strap more ankle monitoring devices to these kids, even throw them in jail if they end up violating those terms. And the victims and their families of some of these more serious crimes are just hopeful that it will help. Stephen Worley rides his bike through this South St. Pete neighborhood all the time, but he feels a bit uneasy now after a gunman shot 16-year-old Javarius Martin in the head right behind his home.
It's scary because, you know, that could have been me. It was right there.
Sadly, it's also something Worley and others in this neighborhood have gotten used to. Shootings killed several teens in South St. Pete in the last year, one claiming the life of 15-year-old Trevion Larkins near Childs Park Friday night. His family and friends come to this memorial every day.
I love Trey because he taught me how to do new tricks and stuff. He taught me how to dribble.
He was funny. We always argued, though. That was my favorite brother.
18-year-old Marquez Bingham is in jail, charged with second-degree murder for Trey's death. He and Javarius were friends and played football together. As police search for other suspects, many here are hoping something will be done to stop the bloodshed.
I think it's crazy how this stuff keeps happening.
Now, in addition to the new program that's happening here to start to crack down on some of those repeat offenders that keep getting arrested, the city of St. Pete says it's still ramping up efforts to help some of those at-risk youth as well. One of those successful initiatives will actually have a graduation program coming up this weekend. Reporting live in Pinellas County, Kara Mashik, ABC Action News.